It's a lot. So, to be perfectly honest, I guess to jump right in, I am quite disappointed in the Switch too. I would be being dishonest if I said that I was not disappointed. It's really not as captivating as I wanted it to be. And I even find myself like going back playing like older games, and I feel like that's not something that I should even be thinking about or like really doing on a new console that just recently came out, especially being that the console is so expensive. So I found myself going back to play like Mario Odyssey or whatever because I absolutely refuse to buy, what was it, the remake of Mario Galaxy. I don't think I ever played either one, but I wasn't even interested in playing it. Or I guess I would have been more interested in playing it if it was like for a cheaper price. But there's no way in hell I'm actually going to pay money, that much money, for a game that's not even new and you're putting it out on this expensive console. And I'm a diehard Nintendo fan. So I just was not impressed with it at all. And I actually think it's a slap in the face to the consumers. It's a slap in the face of the people who genuinely support Nintendo. And I also think that you're pushing possible audiences away with the high price, because you also have to remember you got to get in where you fit in and remember what you contribute to the game or to the gaming community in general. And I think of Nintendo as a more budget friendly game. And when you skyrocket the prices, you're no longer that thing. So that's going to make it hard for you to tap onto a new consumer base that maybe isn't already there, but also is pissing off the people who have been fans for years, right? Because I just really can't believe, what was it, the 40th or whatever anniversary, yeah, like the 40th anniversary, and they really didn't do anything, and the directs have not really been that great. And I know I'm kind of just like ranting right now, so I guess let me take it back a little bit and talk about like the things that I do genuinely love about the Nintendo Switch 2. Um, I like the fact that it is handheld. That's one thing that I'll always give Nintendo, the fact that it's handheld. It's just something about that. I love, 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 love being able to like take my game outside and go somewhere else and like game and not just be like restricted to a TV, right? So, or a computer. So, that's one plus. But to be honest, after that, it kind of just it kind of just go downhill. But when I first got the Nintendo Switch, I could feel the difference. Well, the Switch 2. When I first got the Switch 2, I could feel the difference because I had been playing my Switch 1 recently. So I could immediately feel the difference when I started playing Mario Karts. And I really enjoyed playing Mario Karts initially, like when I first got the game, right? And on top of that, I I'm trying really hard to think about like the positive as opposed to just like the negatives, because I do want to highlight good things about gaming. When I first got my Switch, I wanted to like jump in and play like ASAP, and I was disappointed that I had to connect my account. And by connecting my account on my Switch 1, it was like almost like you're joining the two switches, and I really didn't want to do that. But in order to actually play and download Mario Kart World, I was forced to integrate my account amongst the two systems, because I understand for like the like playing online, like you want to utilize just that one account, but I feel like it should have gave me an option to have like one account but multiple devices, that didn't necessarily have to merge together, because when I first opened my Switch 2, I didn't have like my Switch 1 like right under me. And there was like an option where you could like download a link and do something online that would have actually allowed you to connect your Switch 1. But I just went ahead and got up and I connected the two devices or whatever. But I really didn't like that process because it's like you have no choice. Like you have to connect. And even with the games, like there's been a lot of conversation about these invisible game cards. Some of the things I did like about Mario Kart World, I love the feeling. I guess because yeah, well, I don't know. I guess it's like that too. If you have the controllers, I guess it's the controllers that are vibrating and doing stuff. But I like the feel of the game. I'm not. See, there I go again. I was about to go into a negative, and like I'm consciously trying to talk about positives in the game. Like for example, I really loved the music. So for me, there was one song I was trying to find it again, but it was like when I first started the game, I was like, oh, okay, I like this song. And I think that's one thing they did well in this game. The music would blend in well and it never stood out to me that much. So I would say it was fine. Like I did enjoy the music. I do like the outfits that the characters have. Some of them are really, really cute. But also, some of those people, like, who are they? Like, we don't need a cow. We don't need, like, certain things. I know people probably gonna be mad about the whole cow. But, like, seriously, the cow should stay on Moo Moo Track, whatever it's called, Moo Moo Farms. And why do they have to ride a cart? They should not be riding a cart. And there's so many other characters. I actually would have preferred more outfits or other characters as opposed to like some of these characters that I'm just like, why did y'all pick them? But I don't know. I guess a few of them are okay. Like Koopa Troopa, he's so cute. um I'm still trying to figure out where what's that lady name with the red dress? I can't even think of her name. She apparently is with DK. I'm still trying to figure out where she came from. Probably because I never played a DK game, but that's a whole nother video where I could like literally talk about the reason why I didn't buy DK. And it just feels so negative. Like I'm just listing all of the things that I don't like about Nintendo. But it's true. Like I really feel like they dropped the ball with this one. I just remember like when the Switch 1 came out, there were games that came out that had me like glued. And now I actually find myself going out of the way to play older games or games that I never finished on my Switch 1 just to play my Switch 2 just so I can feel better about myself for spending $600 plus dollars or $600 on this game, right? So yeah. Whew, stressful. Stressful. Not me talking about how stressful a game is. First world problems. And just to get into a lot of the controversy that's going on, you know, one person that I watch is Nintendo. I found his channel when I started looking at more reviews about the Switch 2, and that's when I kind of leaned into his content because I could 100% relate because I'm a huge Nintendo fan. So it was just, or it has been disappointing to see this rollout, and I appreciate people who are not afraid to amplify their voices for what they genuinely support and believe because even though I know the game isn't that great, I still purchased it. I was more so like one of those buyers where off top, like whether it was good or bad, just because I am a Nintendo fan and I'm always going to want to be able to play like Pikmin and certain games like that, that and Zelda. So I was going to end up buying it anyway, whether it was sooner or later, right? because I didn't pre-order and I did not get it when it released. I actually didn't purchase the console until September. And I remember when I purchased it in September, it was right before the day before the direct, because it was on my birthday, right? So I got it for my birthday. And I just knew like I was gonna wake up in the direct that took place on September the 12th. I knew they were gonna say some revolutionary stuff, talk about some things that I always wanted to hear about, like Pikmin or Animal Crossing or a Zelda game, something like that, or even a brand new Mario game, right? None of that. None of that. Major disappointment. And Mario Kart is a cool game, and I always get Mario Kart on like a Nintendo console if I have it, right? And for me, Mario Kart more so serves as a game where I'm gonna play it a little bit and like go back and forth and come to it, and it's not something that I'm just like constantly playing or whatever. And then with the Mario Karts with the free roam, I find myself like wanting to get out of the car, and I have to like remind myself like, hey, like you can't get out the cart, whatever. So I don't know. When I think about gaming, I try to think about like why I game, like what's the point, right? Like what do I get out of gaming? And for me, I used to game as a child, so I grew up gaming even before I could do it myself. Like I grew up watching my sister play and I would just be waiting and waiting for a turn. And that's how I got into gaming. And I just continued to game as I was, growing up. And for me, gaming always represented like a sense of peace. It does allow for escapism, but I always felt like it was a healthy escapism because I like the opportunity to explore new worlds. And then also when you're playing games, it's like you're exploring the ideas of someone else that they've created and, that has come into fruition. And I think that's like a really powerful thing. And I don't know, gaming is just has always been like near and dear to my heart. And I don't really think that would ever change, right? So for me, I don't know. I still have faith in Nintendo a little bit. I know I probably shouldn't, but I still have faith in Nintendo. I don't have no faith in EA. Not at all. But I still have faith in Nintendo. I really do still have faith in Nintendo. And I know that, or I'm just waiting for some more games that I'm really gonna like. Like that new Pikmin update. I know for a lot of people are like, what's the point of this update? Which I can kind of, well, I can relate to what they're saying. It is kind of like a silly update. But as a person that loves Pikmin, that update is ideal for me because I do just kind of like to roll around, look at the beautiful scenery. Oh, there's a big strawberry. Oh, there's a big lemon or whatever. Like, it's just so cute to me. Like, I just absolutely love it. I know. So for me, I love it. I think it's cool, but they really not putting out nothing. And I just really hope that they're doing all of this on purpose. And I hope that they release something pretty soon that's gonna like shock all of us that we're just gonna fall in love with. Yeah, that's really what I hope. But we'll see how that happens.